started waving a sign that claimed 9/11 was an inside job. After the
What's
speech,
Rosie O'Donnell doing in Corpus Christi?
the man led away in handcuffs and hopefully taken one of those secret prisons in Eastern Europe, never to be heard from.
Oh, I hope that happens.
Okay.
Right here. Mr. President, how can we didn't extradite bin Laden when the Sudanese government? How did you know the ISI was helping the Taliban, sir? How did you know they're helping them out? Is it classified? In the days following 9/11, you met with the head of Pakistani ISI, General Muhammad Ahmed. It has since come to light that he ordered Saeed Sheikh to wire $100,000 to Muhammad Atta. Why was he allowed to go back to Pakistan, and why wasn't he questioned, and why were you meeting with him?
There's a thing called diplomatic passports. We did not arrest Khrushchev when he came.
But he financed the hijackers, and you let him go, and he's free. He hijacked the hijackers.
No one knew he financed the hijackers.
It's wired. It's reported. It's not a get a life, sir. 9/11 was an inside job.
That one's not mine.
Yeah, this is the problem with live television. I guess it gets around that if you're on live, then the nutcase is, yeah, and you are a nutcase, Building 7. Yeah. You know what that's all about? Of all the things I've said, and believe me, I've said a lot of things, as you all know, that could get my head on a block. The one that they protest about out here is the people who think that the World Trade Center was a controlled explosion. You see, in that instance, I'm actually defending President Bush. I don't think President Bush brought down the World Trade Center.
Hillary Clinton, Bill Maher, even Nancy Pelosi have been verbally assaulted and scorned by these cranks.
Ms. Pelosi, do you support a new investigation of 9/11, as do the victims' families? No?
Well, we work closely with the victims' families. They wanted the legislation passed.
The 9/11 Commission report doesn't even mention the collapse of Building 7.
Authorities don't wise up fast, bad things are going to happen. Wait and see.
Bloomberg, why do you want to destroy the First Amendment with the new camera ban, sir? I'm working with the press. I just want to comment. Why would you?
Nice to see you. It's a wonderful day. I hope you
It is a
enjoy
beautiful
yourself.
day. I just want to know, why do you want to destroy the First Amendment?
I'm a capitalist. Why are you shutting down the news competition? I'm a Florida capitalist. Why are you shutting down?
That's assault.
Why are you shutting down news competition?
Yes, there is. I don't need no permit. Sir, one comment. I want to ride the subway. I'm sorry. I want to ride the subway. That's assault. That's assault. You're assaulting.
It's illegal to ride in between the trains.
It's illegal for you to assault me.
It's illegal.
It's illegal for you to assault me, sir. Why are you ignoring the rescue workers, sir? Police officers are dying, and you're not want to give them benefits. You don't want to take care of them, and it's really sad, sir. My friend's a police officer, Craig Bartmer, Police Precinct 1. He's dying because of the EPA's lies, sir, and he's getting no help from the government, no help from the unemployment agency, and he's dying right now because of the lie from the EPA and the government on 9/11. Why hasn't the government helped the ill rescue workers, the first responders who gave their lives on 9/11, sir? We love this country. We should treat our police officers, our fire department, our first responders with respect, sir. They're getting no respect from you for what you're doing to them, sir. Did you lose somebody on 9/11, sir? Because I know a lot of people that did. I know a lot of people that did. And they're sure angry at what you did, sir. I'm sorry. Sorry. I didn't do nothing illegal. Come on.
Ray, what is it that you're trying to accomplish here?
The police officers, first responders are dying, and he's not giving them any help. Bloomberg, please, man. The first responders are dying. They demand justice. I'm doing it for you. My friend's a cop. He's dying, and Bloomberg doesn't want to give him any help. I want to ask some questions. He's not doing any good.
Well, why don't you make an appointment? Go online.
He doesn't. He doesn't approve it. I did before. He doesn't. He doesn't. And the media won't answer these questions. How come he's not helping the first responders? He's not.
So you're saying it's up to him?
Yes, he has the right. He vetoes bills to help the first responders. He did it on record, man.
He doesn't care about the cops. He's a rich guy. And that's what we're trying to show. The media won't ask him those questions, man.
I have to agree with you on that.
Look into 9/11, guys. They're trying to kill all of us. It's not just they're trying to kill all of us, man.
In New York City, wherever you go, it's very hard not to see a roadblock, a checkpoint by the NYPD. They have huge signs. They literally stop off a whole block. They cut off a whole block. There's police all over the block. But whichever car comes, they decide whichever one they're going to stop, they're going to inspect, and they're going to check out. They look in your car illegally. And this is everywhere you go in New York City. Right after the London bombings, New York City implemented bag searches in public city subway stations. So wherever you go on the subway, randomly, there's police officers there who are going to stop you before you come in, and they're going to ask you if they could search you. Roadblocks if you're in a car. If you're in a subway, they have these subway searches. Critical mass is simple movements where they just ride bikes. The police department have deemed them terrorists and are actually arresting people for riding their bikes in the street legally. A police officer just hound them down, throw them down to the floor. They handcuff them, they take away their bikes, they throw them to jail. For what? Riding your bike? Without 9/11, there would be no checkpoints. Without 9/11, we wouldn't be called terrorists. Why would these terrorism apparatuses be used against average citizens, Americans? Without 9/11, this would have never happened. They would have never gotten away with any of this, with any of these police state institutions, without 9/11, without supposedly going after Osama bin Laden, which is still free. This is what the mainstream media is ignoring. They're ignoring the facts. They're ignoring the sources. They're ignoring the people who lived through it. They're ignoring all the people who are questioning the official story with facts, with science, with first-hand personal accounts. And they will keep ignoring it because they won't let this truth come out. Because as soon as this truth comes out, everything they did to justify their actions as of 9/11 is going to be down the hole.
My name is Kevin McPadden. I was a first responder on 9/11, and I'm a prior Air Force medic.
He was there. He was there when Building 7 came down, and he clearly hears a countdown of the building being demolitioned.
On the first day on 9/11, was staged north of Building 7. Amy Goodman was out in the intersection part.
World Trade Center Building 7, your opinion?
I think it needs to be further investigated.
They had half of us separate into search and rescue and half of us into medical assistance. When we saw the firemen pick up and start grabbing their equipment and bustling back and forth, you know, they were getting ready to do something, we started asking questions. And so we had our eyes on this Red Cross representative that was holding a radio. So, you know, usually the person who's holding the radio has answers. Well, what's going on? What's going on? Well, what are the firemen running around for? And like, there's something going on. And next thing you know, there's firemen grabbing all their equipment, and there was a whole bustle and shuffle of firemen going on. He goes over, he talks to the fireman, he comes back with his hand covered over the radio, and he's like, you know, just sit tight, calm down, calm down, you know, it's all right. He finally has this face that is like he was heartbroken. He's like, just run for your life.
You hear that?
Keep your eye on that building, it'll be coming down soon.
The building is about to blow up. Move it back.
Rescue workers pushed people away from the scene.
We are walking back. There's a building about to blow up.
He takes his hand off, and you hear 3, 2, 1, and it was boom, 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 boom.
I said, you know, we've had such terrible loss of life. Maybe the smartest thing to do is pull it. And they made that decision to pull, and then we watched the building collapse.
Richard Gage is an amazing individual. He started Architects for Engineers for 9/11 Truth.
My name is Richard Gage. I'm an architect, and I've started the Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth. I've been an architect for 20 years, and worked in most types of building construction, from residential, commercial, office, retail, you name it.